Hello, I'm Bookface. Now, it took me way too long to find the origin for the forces of nature in Pokemon, but I indeed did figure it out eventually. I've been looking for myth and legends in Pokemon plenty of times, mostly for content, but as it turns out, sometimes I'm just a little too slow on the uptake. You see, I was playing Pokemon LEGENDS Arceus recently, because I stopped playing when Pokemon Scarlet came out, so I never actually finished it. When I finally caught the bizarre new, maybe if it was still one of the most recent games, legendary Pokemon Enamorus. But even though its original form is kind of weird, reminds me of that dude from Powerpuff Girls, so I'm pretty sure his name is just him, the therian form is even weirder. But it's as I looked at all of these forms close together, my brain suddenly went, wait a minute, I know what this is! Maybe it's because encountering the Pokemon in the game made me think about it a bit more, and previously I didn't want to because it was real weird. Maybe I would have recognized it sooner, but oh well, better late than never, probably. Who needs to time their uploads to make them more popular and relevant? Oh wait. Also, special bonus, since I usually do 3 things in my video, this one has 4. And as much as I was tempted to cut out a certain one of these because they're weird, it would kind of ruin the point of the video, so we're talking about 4 things here. Pardon. Also, eventually I'm gonna do a video on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but today is not that day. I'm still deciding if I wish to curse the world with the research I have done. I probably will. So with that out of the way, let's jump right in. Woo! First we have Tornadus, which in terms of pure shape lines up with the vermilion bird, also called Juke Suzaku, Mengchang Phoenix, Suzaku, and Ling Quang. I'm probably butchering most of those pronunciations, but what else is new? And Tornadus got the bird part right. It's not vermilion. I don't think it has any red. It's got this little weird thing near its crotch. The vermilion bird was a Chinese symbol initially, but was later adapted into Japanese myth, which is also true of all the other 3, so I'm not going to repeat it. It's associated with the south, the color red, fire, and summer. So, in summary, and sadly this doesn't fit at all, since, it's not a fire type, it's found in the Iceland, it's not red at all. It was thought to represent heat, passion, and love. Which sounds a bit more like Enamorus, but that's fine. This is fine. It was also often connected to the Ogura no Ike pond. I'm not sure if that's talking about a specific pond, or if that is just another word for ponds. I don't know Chinese, I don't know Japanese, I don't know any other languages that this might be related to. I'm just guessing here. It resembles a large bird with big wings and a long tail, covered in bright red and orange feathers. Again, not the coloration, but I mean, therian Tornadus does have a long tail, which isn't typical for most birds. At least not this kind of tail. The frick did I just hear? Oh, I just heard a sniff behind me and I'm like, what was that? It's my cat coming up the door like, hey, what you doing? Cat this video, dog last video. Can I get some peace? The vermilion bird is associated with the mansions, which refers to the position of the moon. I still don't understand entirely, but it's relevant for all of them, so we're rolling with it. These mansions include... Oh, jeez, I gotta read more Chinese or Japanese. I think it's Chinese. Time to read stuff I don't know how to read. Chichiri boshi, hotohori boshi, nuriko boshi, tamano/tamahome boshi, chiriko boshi, tasuki boshi, mitsukake boshi. And these mansions line the constellations of Gemini, Cancer, Hydrus, Crater? Is that right? And Corvus. New cities were structured in accordance to this creature along with the other 3 of the 4 symbols. Additionally, it and the other 3 were replaced by the 4 kings of Buddhism. And yeah, these last 2, again, repeated with the other 3. I'm not repeating it every time. It would get tedious. Moving on. Next we have Landorus, which in the 4 symbols is connected to the white tiger, also known as Baihu, Byako, and Qianping. But this one decided to be creative and be an orange tiger instead. No one's ever seen one of those. Oh, wait. The white tiger is connected with the west, the color white, metal, and autumn. Okay, so it's not a steel type, but metal ore is found in the earth, which could still kind of be a connection. Another really vague simple connection is that Landorus does have a color palette that sort of seems autumny with the whole oranges and browns. And you know, in autumn, leaves fall to ground, so theory confirmed. It was thought to represent warmth, clarity, and calm. And I don't know. Maybe the connection is that when you're really calm, it can be described as being grounded. So, like, that stability could sort of make sense. I'm really reaching here. It was also often connected to the Sanyo-do or San-in-do trunk road. It's often depicted as a white tiger fringed with gold and sometimes even depicted with serpentine features. No connection to make here, but gnarly snake tiger! Woo! It has the associated mansions Tokaki-boshi, Tatara-boshi, Eki-boshi, Subaru-boshi, Amafuri-boshi, Toroki-boshi, and Karasuki-boshi. These mansions lie in the constellations Andromeda, Aries, Taurus, and Orion. Next we have Thunderous, who lines up with the Azure Dragon. Is it Azure or Azure? Well, I'm unsure, so...
Hey, got him.
Also known as the Green Dragon, King Long, Seryu, Suryu, Shoryu, and Mengchang. It's connected to the east. The colors blue and green, because there wasn't always a very clear distinction between the two, and they would be seen as the same color. The element of wood and spring. So the direction works, since in the game Thunderous is found in the eastmost part of the map. The color is pretty accurate, because it is indeed blue. Element in the season is a bit off, because I feel like the storm kind of fits better to summer, and there's really no connection with wood, but at least we got something. It was thought to represent new life, and maybe that's reflected in how many times I died trying to catch this thing.
You're gonna need a new life when I'm done with you, punk!
It was also connected to the Kamogawa River. It was depicted as a long serpentine dragon with no wings that was blue, green, or turquoise in color. Blue, green, or turquoise in color, occasionally with a red or black mane. It has the associated mansions Suboshi, Amiboshi, Tomoboshi, Suiboshi, Nakagoboshi, Ashitare-boshi, and Miboshi. These mansions line the constellations of Virgo, Leo, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Why did I just go through second puberty at the end of that? And last, but mostly not least, the one that started this, Enamorus, which is connected with the Black Tortoise, also called the Black Warrior, because apparently tortoises and warriors are the same thing, Zhuanwu, Genbu, and Qiming. It's connected with the north, the color black, water, and winter. So we're completely off for the direction again, which I'm now realizing is kind of flipped with Tornadus. Additionally, the season doesn't work because it literally states that it's associated with spring, unless you want to make some technicality of, oh, it's the start of spring, which happens at the end of winter, so maybe that's it. I don't know, that's a reach even for me, and I love reaching things, like reaching new lows in my self-esteem. But the element works since it's specifically designed to look like it's an aquatic creature. You know, look at those little flippies. It was also thought to represent cold, harshness, and power. I mean, does look pretty judgy. It was connected to the Funaoka-yama mountain. Sometimes it was represented as a traditional Chinese warrior with turtle and snake motifs. Boy, that would be real cool to draw. I will not be doing that. Other times it was depicted as a turtle and snake mating, combining into one singular animal. And oh boy, here comes the connection. Obviously, you know, the turtle-snake combo is pretty specific and fully accurate, but there's another connection I'm a little iffy on. Not factually, just emotionally. Don't know if I like this detail. So, Enamorus very consistently has the theming of hearts and love, which in the context of the black tortoise being a snake mating with a turtle, it fits well. But I really don't know what to think about that. The reason for the snake and the turtle being intertwined has been lost to time, which really fits considering how Enamorus is only present in Legends Arceus and essentially disappeared over time. It has the associated mansions Hikitsuboshi, Inameboshi, Urukiboshi, Tomiteboshi, Umiyameboshi / Umiyaboshi, and Hatsuiboshi. These mansions lie in the constellations Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pegasus. And they're the four creatures that the beasts of what do they call? The forces of nature, whether they are meant to fully thematically match, is questionable, but they definitely line up in terms of design. Also, a little fun fact, which could just be me reaching yet again. Sometimes these 4 creatures are referred to as the Shijin, and considering the other form, I'm tempted to think that this could be some big multilingual joke, considering Shijin sounds like Jin, and this one specifically is a Shi-Jin. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, maybe that's just a happy coincidence. All I know is I'm glad to know that I have gotten all the information out of the way for these legendary Pokemon. What do you mean they're all based on other deities? Oh, come on! Well, I guess I get more content in the future. Yay! If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. If you believe I deserve to be paid for this, for some reason, I have a Patreon. Check out my website where I put up all the information about all my creatures, as well as drawings and tons of other stuff that I haven't gotten to yet in the YouTube channel. And I will see you next time. Bye!